let's start out by kicking off things with our number 5 jaw dropper, Lindsay Lohan's mom, accused today of being smashed, as in drunk, during an interview with Dr. Phil that's set to air on Monday. The reason? Well, I think it speaks for itself. Take a look at this promo for the show that was everywhere today.
Monday on an all-new Dr. Phil, a rare one-on-one interview.
Let's talk about...
Are we to camera now or rolling? I'm sorry. Okay.
With a woman that has been called
worst mother in America, worst parent ever.
So me.
the Lohans.
Michael says that you've been taking money and commissions from Lindsay by lying to
No.
Like you've never seen them before.
You're like in your little tie, your little shoes, like...
her. I'm in my little tie and my little shoes? What the hell does that mean?
Was she drinking before she did your interview?
Wherever the Lohans go,
You have come on here and been phony, flitting around and talking
No,
about that.
stop.
but you
I'm not flitting around. I'm being scrutinized by you people.
You people?
controversy follows.
I have seen Lindsay dragged into court, '05 car crash, '06 struggles with drugs.
If she was living in New York, 5 of them would be obsolete.
You're missing the point.
Can I go home now?
Okay. Look, I have no way of knowing if Dina was drunk during that interview, as some were suggesting today, including her ex-husband, Michael. But I can tell you this, Dina definitely has some explaining to do. That was some weird, wacky stuff. Joining me tonight, Showbiz Tonight's Countdown has the latest saga on the ongoing soap opera that is the Lohan family, and we have a soap opera star himself, Sean Kanan. Good to see you, Sean. He stars in The Bold and the Beautiful. Great having you here. And this is Sean's fine book, by the way. It is The Modern Gentleman, Cooking and Entertaining with Sean Kanan. With us tonight from Hollywood, the great Wendy Walsh. She's a doctor of psychology and an expert with the must-see site datingadvice.com. So granted, we're going to know more when the full interview airs on Monday, but I got to say, I mean, come on. You look at that promo, Dina looks incredibly bizarre, Sean. I mean, what do you think? Am I off the page here? I don't think so. Everybody seems to be talking about it.
Well, AJ, you're wearing your little jacket and your little shirt.
shoes.
So, I mean, this is really sad. I mean, it's a train wreck. She obviously looked like she was under the influence, but, you know, it's definitely a person who's in crisis. I mean, I hope she finds some help, and unfortunately, you know, it doesn't take a brain surgeon to see why Lindsay Lohan has probably had a lot of the problems that she's unfortunately had because, you know, the apple doesn't seem to fall far from the tree here.
Yeah. No, and you know, it's wild. I'm watching that, and I'm coming to all of my own conclusions, as I'm sure you were as you were watching it, but I'll keep those to myself for the moment. Dina, however, adamant she wasn't drunk. That didn't play a part of her behavior in this Dr. Phil interview, and she tells TMZ that the promo was cut from an hour-long interview and edited to make her comments look out of context. I have a hard time understanding that because we saw her behavior, but Wendy, does Dina have a point? Are people jumping to conclusions here?
Well, you know, no one knows whether she was drinking or not. Yes, of course they edit long interviews into promos. That's what's done in television everywhere, but not everybody looks a mess like that in every promo, right? So the question is, what was she thinking to mess with Dr. Phil? He's a supreme mind. You don't mess with him. I mean, and she was trying to belittle him and egg him on. The little tie comment? What was she thinking, really?
Oh, yeah. And you know, Dr. Phil was like, wow, I've hit gold here. That's all I was thinking as I'm watching that.